1 2 1 2. Test test 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Check 1 2 1. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Monitor check. Nothing there yet. Check check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check check. Monitor check. Wow. And I believe that should do it. Testing 1 2 1 2. It just gets so freaking technical, you know? Just trying to get these levels just right so it doesn't peak out on me. Yeah, where I don't have to be right up on the microphone. We'll figure it out. Well, the TikTok says it is almost time to begin. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My name is Lane. You're watching the Crypto Road Dog late night crypto charts. Glad to have you all here. Been a very interesting day in the market, wouldn't you say? Little on the red side. A little blood in the streets again. So we check out crypto bubbles right here. Lots of crazy things going on in the news today. Very interesting about the rumors going on. There are rumors that this lady right here realized that she squirted for the first time in her life as she got the news that our former president was arrested. Actually arrested President Trump. That's I'm speechless. Next thing you know, we get aliens. I think there's one coming right now. Miss Pelosi, smiling big. Happy day for her. Happy day. But this is not a political show. It's just going over what happened. We'll also look at some other things in the news pertaining, I guess, to the crypto markets. Just looking on the daily here. Let's check out the top 100 here on Crypto Bubbles. I like Crypto Bubbles. Caspa seems to be doing pretty well on the daily. Uniswap, Trust Wallet. MyCoin's not up here yet, but we'll get into that. We'll talk a little bit about some things I've been doing and talk about one of the strategies that I'm using that's actually working out very well for me, and some of you guys might be able to apply those strategies too. And here we are on the hour. So the hour's looking kind of interesting. Let's just go ahead and let's take a look over here at CoinGecko. Refresh this page real quick. Just get a general feel of the market. Everything in red over here to my right, if you will notice. So I guess the question is, has the market found a bottom yet? Or have some of these altcoins found a bottom yet? Because that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to be looking for some nice bottoms. So join me for this adventure. We'll just have a little bit of fun while we're here. This music doesn't put you to sleep. I will. Looking at charts. And here we are on Bitcoin. On the daily, so it doesn't look as terrible as it did on the, I don't know, the shorter term time frame. We took that big dip. Were you guys ready for it? And we talked about before, let me see if I can scroll down here to another chart, this one right here, about an inverted head and shoulders pattern. It has a 65% chance for a retest, meaning that, you know, after we break out and go up here, it's going to come back and retest this neckline area. And, you know, so far, we're still on track for doing that, and that is my play on all this. Other people have different ideas, and a lot of those ideas are totally valid as well. One of those ideas is the falling wedge, which is true. We are more on a local level here on a falling wedge. Has a good chance to break to the upside. However, it's starting to peek through my bottom line, so we just got to look at that a little closer. When I draw my lines, I like to usually go by candle bodies more than anything. So I'm just going to play around with these and see just how relevant these things still are. And if nothing else, go with the outsources of the wicks to get the complete parameters. Now that's putting us more into a falling channel when we start following the wicks. So as far as the falling wedge pattern itself, you know, we're hoping that this is going to be a bear trap. We'll come down here and find some support, say around 24.5, somewhere through there, bounce to the upside. That would be great. That would be sexy. That would be hot. But if we don't, oh man, hold on, it could get ugly. So we need to kind of talk about those ideas a little bit. So some of the things affecting the market today would have been, you know, the Fed minutes, I think is what it was, came out today. Or the CPI, I'm sorry. After a while, all this stuff just blurs because the market reacts the same time. Every time that the Fed comes together and starts talking about data and rates, the market makers just have a field day and they make candles just like this right here. Just a whipsaw. The whipsaw price action is what we call it. It goes up and it goes down and it just tries to wipe everybody out. They do it every time. But this time I was ready for them because I decided to play the range. So I've been doing some shorting. I've been doing some longing. I think I just closed out a long. I think I'm still in one over on MexC. And if you need a link for an exchange, check out the links in the description. That'd be one way to help the channel out. You don't even have to, you know, just open it up. It's always good to have an extra account. Because sometimes things change and you have to move things off of one onto another. It's always good to have one of those little babies set up. Mess with this trend line here. So we can find some support in these areas, and that's what we're hoping for. Give me just a moment. Let me do one more little mic check. I got a big enough delay there. I was able to hear myself. Take the music down just a little bit of a notch there. So looking at coin market cap, Bitcoin hanging around 25,000. I like that number. That's a good support area. Maybe we can hold it. Maybe we'll just wick down to some of the smaller areas. We did go below 24,000 earlier today. Ethereum dropping down a little bit. That's been an interesting one. I was able to pick up Ethereum today with one of the strategies I'm using. Talk about that. Hopefully if I don't get squirrel brain and forget about it. BNB continues to drop on down. Got my eye on that one. Want to see how far this little sucker will go down. But I like having BNB. XRP took a surprise jump down to 48. It's hanging around 52. You would think good news would boost it up, but it didn't. Cardinals back down to 26 there. It hadn't been there in a while, but when it stayed there for a long time. Solana coming in at 1481. Matic hanging at 62, which is, not too bad for Matic. Polkadot down in the mid fours. Just checking out the news real quick, just reading the headlines. Bitcoin making it more into politics as we go forward, and it needs to be, or at least crypto as a whole. China to showcase digital yuan at Summer World University Games. XRP loses prize games after Hinman documents unsealing and growing whale activity. Some people are painting Hinman in kind of a negative light for what he said, but I think he actually did a favor for crypto. It just revealed that, hey, there's an area here that is not really regulated. Nobody really has authority over it. Might want to look at that sometime. That's basically what I got out of it. And the SEC promoted that speech. They didn't want him to say that because it would expose that gap. But then afterwards, they kept exposing that speech, what I understand. So promoting that idea, and then now with Gensler, they do a 180. Suddenly, they know what all the securities are. Can't explain how they got there, but they know when they see one. That's how you know. But there's been some good talks in Congress. The digital asset bill, the draft, and I think they're making headway. They had another panel before the Financial Committee yesterday that was very interesting. And there was one, and he's on the side of the bankers because of the crazy stuff that he said. Oh, everything should be a security, yeah. And of course, he's coming in from that side. All the rest of them were right on par. They understood the issues. But you can always tell, and that gives us insight to what they want. I mean, Wall Street wants blockchain because it will transform the whole market, but they want to be the ones in control of it. So we will start seeing stocks being tokenized and the trading maybe even go 24/7. Why wouldn't it? But they want to get their little fingers in there, and they want to bring us back to the legacy system. So they still don't get it. They don't understand yet. They're just missing that critical element, or they're just trying to taint it as much as they can. Oh, and Bitcoin just dropped again? Is that right? No, we're still hanging out in the same little area here on the 15-minute. It does look like it's very possible that it's getting ready to drop. There's a little bit of a bear flag going on there. Now, the question is, how far will it drop? Because we take the measure move from it, you know, that could be a nice one. And that target would come in at 23,874, 23,880, somewhere right through there. Hold on a minute, everybody. Daddy gonna open up a short. Road dog getting ready to open up just a tiny short here. Let me check a few of my little indicators real quick. Is it time? Oh, you want to go up? Just do it. Where we at right there? So, yeah, I am. Actually, right now, 25,202. So one of my first entries there. I want to set a limit order there, top of the range. Layer in another one. 25,146. And a lesser amount than my first one. And this little guy right here, 25,107. And it may take it a minute for that to get hit, but hey, I got it all night. What I don't want to do is jump in now and for it to go up and then me be in the negative. That's not fun. Oh, we got Strega in the house. And Javed's in the house. Say something else, Strega. Say something else. Man. So I don't know what the deal is, but I'm really good at selling too early. I can do that too. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes I wish I'd done it. And there's Javed in the house. No, I'm serious, Strega. Type something. You should have a blue wrench. So Bitcoin, baby. On these crazy candles for all these days, just slowly dropping and dropping and dropping. And do I still have my old chart? And so that's what I was following at first. This megaphone pattern broke to the downside, came back up, retested it twice, there and then there. That was a definite good short signal. Good sell signal, a good might want to take a look at getting out these alts, which, you know, I missed a lot of that too. And then down we go. And then the falling wedge, which is being kind of weak right now, and in a broader sense, we're in still a bearish pattern, which could break down, but it could also break right up. So I'm really looking at this area. I'm actually looking for a break to the upside. I'm looking for us to bottom out here at this trend line, and that could go down as far as, you know, 20 in the 24s, mid to low 24s, 24,000, about 20. Yeah, let's just say we're at 24.5, which I think we've already wicked down there today. Now, will that hold us? I don't know. We may have to go back and candlestick it. Who knows? There's a nice little drop today, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been taking advantage of this crypto sale. Striga says, now to abuse my newfound powers. This is welcome to the mod squad. All right. You are always here, Striga. You can have it both, man. Take a look at Bitcoin dominance real quick, because it's looking kind of crazy. Now that's kind of a top-end pattern right there. That usually spells downside, but you know, I think we talked about this before. It probably will come back down and retest this area here. More than likely find support there. And that's going to be a little scary, especially for altcoins. So got to see what it's going to do, but it is getting a little bearish right now. So that's in our favor for the next couple of days anyway. And we got to talk about this guy. Decred, man. Wasn't long ago we were talking about that right here, man. Just a couple of nights ago. Oh man, where did this? Finance is probably the best place to look at this one. Look at that. Crazy. Tell you, man, when it gets down around $12, ooh, that's the magic spot. Now watch it just dump down to 6 or something crazy after I say that. But you know, last time it did it back here, man, and I mean it shot straight up, man. Took it about 6 months straight up, pretty much just straight up to $250. Do I think it's getting ready to do that now? No, but I hope so. That'd be cool. I would not complain if it does. I will not say one bad thing about it. But at these prices, oh, I'm satisfied with my bag on this now. I couldn't imagine of having a bag this size last time it was at these prices. But this time I do. I'm excited. It's got a shallow falling wedge. And on the weekly, it doesn't look very impressive, does it? But coming from those lows, man, buying at those prices, that's a nice little come up right there. But I'm not selling it because I think this one can go up. It's very limited supply, 21 million. Proof of work and proof of stake hybrid. I just like it, and it's going to be aiming here for $20 soon. But I was really impressed with this on the Bitcoin chart too. It's gaining on Bitcoin today. Oh, it's kind of hard to see with that in the way there. I'm not looking at the same screen all the time that you guys see. And now I can't find the button. No pun intended. Oh, there it is. But on, but off. Okay. Trigger says, I'm hoping time goes down more so I can load up. That's another one that I loaded up on a decent bag. I'm satisfied with what I got on that. But yeah, I took advantage of it when the prices were down. Do a quick measure move here. Just a conservative, basic measure move. Oh, I'd love to see this thing go back up to about $40. I'd like to see it hit up about 70, and then I would pull half mine off and moonbag everything. But getting it at these prices, it just makes it easier for me to moonbag. That'd be a decent that spot might work. But Decred. But a nice rounded shape there. And a pump to the upside. Just got to get above that 200 right there. But Decred. blasted off today. Gotta appreciate that. And we'll take a look at time. And how it said I need render to go back down to $1 to load up. That'd be nice too. I'm trying to get a bag of build of that. And I'll show you in a minute my strategy for building the bags. And it works pretty good, and it might be helpful to some of you guys. Because, I mean, I don't have stablecoin. But, I mean, you know, don't always have to be perpetuals. And doesn't always have to be just spot and holding spot. There's some cool tricks out here, man. Take a look at time. You would have had it the longest. KuCoin doesn't have it for you. Oh yeah, it does. For Tether, but it doesn't go back as far. Where's MexC? MexC, baby. Okay, here's I think it's Ethereum. Chrono.tech. Okay, here we go. We'll use TradingView's chart. That should have the most data. Woo! Is it down there and way down there? Hasn't been that low. Got down as far as, what is this, about 16? And that was a year ago. So within 1 year, time went from $15 up to $158, back down to 30 or 40 or 50, between $50 and $40, back up to 207, and then right now we're down here at 18 again. To me, that's a no-brainer, even if it comes lower. And it could come lower. But yeah, it's got a real good chance to be bottoming out right now. So I loaded up on some of that. So I think it was around, it was in the 60s when I first started looking at it. And I just nibbled, but I mean, I took a big bite this time. Hey, Boca's in the house. Am I a fan of Near Protocol? I am a fan of Near Protocol. That's another one that I was snagging up to. A little bit. I've had a bag of that already, but at these prices, just had to add more. Because I remember when it first started and it was real cheap and I got in on it, but I didn't get enough. And I mean, I just threw it on the wallet and left it and had it staking, but I didn't expect it to go anywhere near as high as it did. And then, you know, you end up kicking yourself like, man, I had that and then I sold most of it. When it went up maybe 50%. But time just looks really good to me. I mean, it's a little iffy doing it now, but I mean, come on. I mean, look at the reality. Especially if you're looking at it for a long-term hold, you're buying at the bottom. So much better than buying at the higher levels. And if it does drop, I mean, it can't drop too much lower. So where did all my indicators go? There is some bullish divergence there, so expect a bump up, man. It's on the waves, it's on the RSI, and this is on the daily. So this little guy's getting ready to do something. Getting ready to make some moves, and the way it moves, it may be an impressive move. So, quite possible. Quick move up to 37, hitting 40, maybe up to 50. And I mean, that's just on the short term. I'm planning on holding this little baby and see if we can get those big numbers again. Those 200s. looking at time, I mean, at this point, I mean, just a double bottom on it. I mean, that's really all we can charge. You got to see if that double bottom holds, then we can go from there. But to give you hopium for the greater scale of things, I mean, the measure move it's a good one. I mean, it's pretty much just doubling that. And that point's at 377. Crazy. $2,400% return. Possible. If you can hold on to it, not be tempted to sell it when it hits $20, $25. That's the bad thing about the trading aspect. When you get just totally in the trading mentality, is that, you know, the real life-changing money comes from, you know, the long-term holding. I mean, you can definitely make money trading and flipping, switching in and out of coins and this and that, but find one you really like, whatever strategy you're using, and hold on to that sucker. That's when you start seeing, that's when it can be life-changing. And we're at another good time in the market to be doing that, man. It's been about 10 months since we've been down in these areas, and a year for some of these things, and it's a good time to take up to do it. Take a look at NEAR, because it's been dropped, or it has dropped to some juicy levels. Oh, okay. This one's already done. So it comes down to my target went below it there in this zone. And that target was lining up right up with this bottom. So we made a new low with NEAR. It's kind of iffy. Now, it is not an all-time low, because I remember this thing being sub $1. And I don't even think KuCoin, I think Binance had it when I first learned about it. We just don't have the chart history there. So maybe we need to go to Binance. Yeah, there we go. There's the information we need. So the lowest it got down was about 48.50 cents. And I think somewhere through here, and it's November 20? Yeah, so right through here is when I would have, I mean, it's just 25 coins or something crazy. I think I threw $50 into this and just let it ride, and ended up selling some of it when I think it went to $2. And I thought, oh yeah. Then it keeps going. What happened? But that's the problem. If you don't get a good amount of some of these coins that you're really wanting to move, and then you don't see the gains that you want, right? They make good gains, but overall, you know, if you only got $50 or $100 in it, you know, yay, you just made 500. It's good, but you know, we want six-figure income, so I have to try to work on a bigger bag. This is a good time. I'm just saying. So could see 92 sits out in NEAR, which if it is, hey, more buying opportunity. We've seen how far this thing will go. It's a layer one. They're building stuff. Man, I still got targets here from, must have been that falling wedge. 248 hit. Okay, that's cool. Didn't have enough strength to get to the other ones. All those targets still valid. $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. It is currently, I mean, it's in the falling wedge pattern right now, so let's see if we're getting due for a breakup. You know, we're still, it wants to come down. It's trying to find support here, but there's really nothing on the larger time frames that's going to give it. Can find some around $1.04. Where we had this mess around over here. Actually, I'm expecting, unless Total 2 does something really cool, or Total 3, or both of them, or all of them, I am expecting altcoins to take a bit of a hit. So that's why I'm not going crazy, but I'm doing some decent sized buys. But that's what I see from here. Just to come down a little bit. I believe it's more of a channel. Let me just copy that. It's kind of iffy. It does have a touch over here, but and then that one. So that wouldn't line up with this. It does keep the angle of the whole channel. That's why I do that. I think it's just going to slowly bleed down through here over this month. I think we might see that of a lot of altcoins. Take a quick look at Total 2. And so if Total 2 doesn't form a miracle right now and catch a bounce right here, yeah, this pattern's busted. And it's just not good. Moving averages say that, that's probably what's going to happen. So when we lost this line here, that was really my line in the sand for Total 2. We're trying to be bullish on this pattern, taking up and us getting like an altcoin season. We're going to be down and sideways a little bit with altcoins, but that's cool. It's accumulation time. Sure, guys, worried about version 3. Talking about Uniswap or V2 version 2 on time. Gotcha. With the whole token thing. Best I can see, that was a couple years ago. Hey, what's up, Chef? Grizz is in the house. I bet it says AVAX I like at this level. AVAX is at a decent level. I think it could go down a little bit. I haven't looked at the chart. I do know it's got some lower key levels though. We'll take a look at it. Chef, my man. All right, Grizz, my man. Is APT on my radar? APT is not. Let's check out APT. This will require me to turn the light on. This dark green. Oh, Aptos. Oh, man, my brain is just not registering for some reason. I should have known that. I'm not so big on it. Oh, good. Man, what are you doing? You're hurting my eyes. I did have some, and I got it back when it was, what was it? $2 to $3, and I sold most of it when it was about $4.75. Like an idiot. Not all of it though, because I don't sell all my bag. So the rest of the bag made up for it, but man, I let the token unlock psych me out, and I missed a lot of that run up to 20. I caught a lot of it, but with a fraction of the tokens that I initially started out with. So if we got back to these levels about 5.5, I would start being more interested in that zone. And wow, will it do it? It caught that, and it may have flipped the resistance into support there, and doing the stiletto. With the birdie and the thick thigh and the nice calf coming down to the high heel. Woo, baby. She's ready to go. Little thong on. Another dude right there. You already got the... My bad. I didn't smoke anything. I swear I didn't. But it looks like we're getting ready to come down and probably retest this area about 540. Might be in there to pick it up. I really like these zones. When it starts getting into the threes, or that little period that it got back from around 250. Was it the drop here? Is that what I'm thinking of? I could have sworn this thing got back to around $2.50. 340 right there, I think is a good price. So that's what I would be looking for. Trigger says $3 or nothing. Yeah, because they just got too many tokens, too many, and then too many unlocks coming. That's what freaked me out when I found out about the unlocks. How many coins? Infinity and beyond. Total supply 1 billion. Now, if that's true, if they aim to keep it around there, then I'm cool. I'm cool with 1 billion. So when we start getting over 1 billion, then I start getting a little iffy on them. Well, that's better than SWE, isn't it? I was hoping SWE might be something, but I'm not crazy about it yet. Yeah, 10 billion. Yeah, I'm not interested. Current price is 64 cents, with just a fraction of that out in the market. This thing's going to have a huge market cap to even maintain that price, I think. Smoke every day. Stricker says, I am still hopium on 00 token. Oh. I think, yeah, I haven't looked at that in a while. Okay. It's got 1 billion maximum supply, 9 cents right now. Market cap is a dash. All-time high is 98 cents. So possibly another 10x, maybe not. CoinGecko, man, you're not giving me the information. Let's take a look at the chart. It's on Coinbase, huh? Yeah, I remember we looked at it. I don't know how long ago that was. But still in that same formation. Looks like we're getting a nice area of support there, though. Let's take this little guy off there so we can see what we're looking at. And I had this little trend line for something, which is invalid. Or not really important. This one seems to be holding up pretty well. Looks like it's pretty much about the same place as it was last time, except for we had some nice little spikes up. So this one gets some pumps, huh? How long did it take? Between February to May? See if you can be patient. You can get a good bump up, right? Might be an easy moon bag, easy 2x. Nicely rounding, nicely accumulating, going flat. Now that's actually a good sign. Supposedly these, well, they do, unless it dies. If they flatline and they don't die, they usually have a good pump up. So if you're in it, man, hey. As long as you got some limit orders set up there to catch these pumps, oh man, you should be golden on them. Trigger says $100, let's go. It had what, a billion tokens probably. Well, we've seen 1 billion coins hit what, I think about $50 or so. Let's see, what else? I picked up a little bit more sin since it's down right around 3 zeros and 5 in that area. I find an easier way to spell out these numbers in Satoshis. So Sinverse here is looking at this parabolic kind of rounding shape, but clearly that did not hold. Not bad though. Would have liked to seen it hold though. That would have That would have been a better sign. But it came down to 0.0041, currently at 0.0044, which, I like it. Is it in a great pattern to buy right now? That's a little iffy. Market Cipher's got a little green dot. That might give it a little bit of a bump up. But, looks like we're going to be range bound for here a little while. Between 4 to maybe 4 to 7 cents right through there unless we can get a solid breakout out of this possible falling wedge. I'd look at it more this way. Now that I like it better than that. But the fact that we got a new low, and now that this part right here at 0.005 cents is now going to be resistance, so we've got to break that before we can really get bullish on it. Some of the things I do like might help that dot out a little bit is that the 100 moving average is just right on top of that 200. They're just laying on top of each other's. And zooming in, there's a gliding on top. So I like that because the angles that they cross plays a lot into how strong these moves will be. So to me, that's a good sign. Now the blue crossing over that, the death cross on the daily, not a fan of that, obviously. Being under the 9 on the daily, not a fan of that, but we should be around some bottom territory. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough price information to see when and if it's been here before, and I'm sure that it has at some point in its dear life on wherever it got its start on Binance Chain. NXRA is another one I want to look at. I think Litecoin will ride first. That's another one that I did collect, and I need to show you guys how I did that. I think I mentioned it on last stream briefly. Talked about it in the Telegram group. Dude, if you come down to 0.0021, I'm just going to slap you. That's a possibility we got, though. Don't want to ride you down that far, man. Not excited about that. Let's take another measurement here. And maybe we'll find a hiccup here at 0.0032. I'm eyeballing this zone next if it does take a drop. I'm debating about maybe getting in on one of the NFT sales, one of the land sales. So if it comes down here, that will give me an incentive to buy the tokens to do that. But like I said, I do like that the 100 and the 200 are sticking together, so I think that will kind of put the brakes on the drop. It's obviously in a good spot to drop. It's also in a good place to break out too. Breakout wouldn't be that awesome. Like I said, we'll probably be trading in a range under 7 cents if we can break up above 5. That's what I really want to see. Before I can get bullish, I gotta see it get up above 0.005 area. But Sin, I like it. It's awesome, and that's when I've been wanting to get more of. Strega says Sui is bad tokenomics. I agree. I totally agree. A lot of the new things coming out have just crappy tokenomics. So I'm trying to be more picky on, especially what I'm holding long term. I'm really starting to be a lot more picky with that. But so over on, and I'm using KuCoin for this. They have just spot margin. And so, like I said, so when we had a rise up, I took some profit, but obviously not enough to get enough dry powder to really take advantage of the cool drop that we have in all these altcoins. So when I first started this strategy, and it was all because, well, Bitcoin is the king first. So I decided this cycle I would go Bitcoin heavy. So I did. I accumulated Bitcoin like crazy, as much as I could, especially when we were dropping 25 down to 20s and down to 15. Buy it as much as I could. I started running out of dry powder when we were around 18 though. Still to work that off. But so that gave me Bitcoin put on my ledger. And now I'm sitting here on my spot margin, and I've been maintaining that. I keep my debt ratio in the 50s. Between 50% to 65% is my comfort zone. And if I keep it there, it's safe. And I can control. Something crazy comes along in the market, I'm in a safe zone where more than likely I'm beyond liquidation. So that's the goal of controlling that debt ratio. So I just moved some, I'm on a blank sheet of paper like I'm going to draw something really artistic here, but it's not. But I just moved some Bitcoin over to spot margin. And so whatever amount, let's say if you had one Bitcoin over there, 27,000, right? I cannot type here. Well, on that, I can borrow up to $27,000. However much of Bitcoin I put over there. And my debt ratio is going to be 50%, and that's in my safe zone. So I moved some Bitcoin over there, and my debt zone, or my debt thing right now, I think is about 57 or 58%. And I didn't put all the Bitcoin that I was going to move over there. I still got some in reserve just to, control this number a little bit. So what I do is I buy altcoins with with the tether that I can borrow. And I just found out that I can actually, because before I was selling some of my Bitcoin for cash to buy some of these other coins like Sin and whatever. But I didn't think you could do this, but you can actually, put Bitcoin over into the cross margin for leverage, and then I can take some of that tether out and put it in my regular trading account. So it's a real cool way to just leverage your Bitcoin and accumulate. And I'm also able to pull some of those coins out, so I can get a bag of several coins, and as long as I'm under, I think it's like 65%, you can pull them out because you got enough liquidity in there. So, but I just want to keep my debt ratio, like I said. And as much as I've got going on right now, I'm being really, really cautious about it. I don't know what I'm drawing. But it's just opened up a lot more possibilities, and I've been able to move my bigger bags off and put it on cold storage. And everything's sitting pretty with the spot margin. I can even take some of those coins out and then throw them into a regular isolated margin and then build them up and trade them that way. It's just really, it gives you a lot of maneuverability. That I don't think a lot of us think about, because we're either thinking about futures, putting something over there and just leverage trading and maybe trying not to get liquidated, as crazy as some of that stuff moves. And we got spot, which is turtle slow. And when you run out of dry powder, what do? Well, if you're in a good enough position and we're at a bottom part of the market, leverage that stuff, man. Within reason. It says all the layer ones are really underperforming. Just makes them that much better to buy. I know Litecoin took a drop, so I ended up getting some more Litecoin today. I just set some orders, and I think it ticked about all of them. Jeez, what did I do on that chart? Is that the one I was looking at? Want spot, and you're giving me the 3 L's and 3 X's. I'm trying to get it on KuCoin. Know you're on there, man. Okay, well, what about Coinbase? Okay, I messed that one up. Look at that one. I guess my TA is still good on that one. So got a scallop pattern, and I'm not crazy about this, so I expect Litecoin to come down. Because it has broke market structure right there, so yeah. It's not a Head and Shoulders. You might be able to see it as a triple top. They're usually right around the same area. Or you can just call it a symmetrical triangle. Let's call it that because this is what they do. Now, there is a chance this trend here might catch. And this is why I like playing with trend lines. Because they're all valid, man. And they go on forever. And they will always play into price. 3 months down the road, if we come back around, across this diagonal trend somewhere, it's going to make price think twice about jumping past it. So, could we get a bounce here? Man, our moving average is not looking so hot. Let's see, I'm on the daily. And all of them just crossed over this 100 right now. Now, the 50 hasn't crossed over the 200 yet, but we're below the 200 on the daily, so that's bearish, man. Litecoin is bearish right now. Right before the halving. And I probably should have thought about shorting, but all I can think of right now is that I've got an opportunity to accumulate, and it's not a bad price. And if we come down to $60, I'm not going heavy. I'm just like buying one here, one there. Like I just bought one every dollar down because I want to accumulate Litecoin. I think it's going to do something. I would not be surprised if they come out with LRC20 tokens. But this is an important area right here. Doge is coming out with the DRC20s, right? So this is going to be a thing. BRC20 kicked all that off. So now the mining coins are going to start doing, I guess, virtual EVM type stuff on layer 2s and stuff. I don't know. They're doing some crazy things. We got to check out some AI coins too, man. You know, they got this thing where they want to make the DEXs, you know, basically off limits, you know, legal and everything, and charge them as a, you know, make them do things that the person would do to come into compliance or whatever. And I was just wondering, man, well, what if you put the front end with AI, making it its own personhood, and it would be a tokenized AI, so it would have to have a token to operate, so therefore that shouldn't be a security if it needs that to work. But it could generate whatever information that they needed, and if it's not possibly generated, then, you know, tough luck. And if they need to sue somebody, they can sue the AI because it's not a real person anyway. But it'd be ran by a DAO or just by the government's token itself, which is also another use case for that DEX. I don't know. I mean, there seriously you could, with AI, I think you could fix the DEXs where there's really, it could run itself and there's really no one there to point fingers at. Maybe even as far as, you know, with the Web3 IP addresses and all that. I mean, we can do those with crypto now. I think it could happen. Trigger says, I forgot to stake Reason. Don't forget to load up on Doge. Doge is getting some juicy prices too. I haven't fell for it yet, but when we start getting that 5 cent level, yeah. So Litecoin, man, I'm looking for it to come down to 64. I think I got orders all the way down to $61. Just a little at a time. Ethereum, man, against Bitcoin. With my spot margin, this is it's most heavy in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are my two heaviest things. And that way, when I do borrow money and buy altcoins, the Bitcoin and Ethereum keep my debt ratio from swinging all over the place, man, because they're the most stable ones. But I play them off of each other. And to date, I ended up getting more Ethereum because, you know, I just got it layered. That's how I played that. I think I talked about it. I just have my orders pyramided from way down in the 40s, just pyramided all the way up. So today some of those got filled. That was kind of cool. Because it's hard for me to stack Ethereum that way. It's a slow process. but hopefully that will help me build my Ethereum bag. Because at some point, Ethereum will outdo or outperform Bitcoin in the market. It just, it does. And if this pattern ever plays out, it'll be a hellacious move where I could double my Bitcoin with my Ethereum. So that's the long range plan, but man, it's taken forever. What was it? We just talked about it. Render. That's the one. I'm trying to get more of this. I got a bag big enough that I'm fairly satisfied with. But I want this. I would love to see this down around $1. So I've kind of nibbled on it down here, but I'm waiting for a bigger drop. And it looks very possible we could hit right at $1, 95 cents to $1. Maybe down to 73 if that doesn't hold. Very possible there. I'm going to go ahead and draw that line too. But Render's in a very bearish pattern, man. I mean, the unlikely but possible scenario is to catch a bounce here, come up to the upside, and if it breaks to the upside of that, it will go parabolic. That's what happens when those patterns break to the upside. That would be the bullish scenario, but the most likely scenario is that it's going to lose ground and we're going to come down here. So that's what I'm waiting on. I had to wait on AGIX forever to hit down to 25 cents. Now it's about at 19, I think, as low as 17. Which is a good accumulation place. But for Render, yeah, this area right there. That's my little buy zone I'm waiting on. You're not working. Although, this area 128, if those moving averages stay together like that, I'm going to go ahead and mark that. If there's going to be an early bounce, in my opinion, it's going to be right there. So that could be a possibility we're looking at. Price to come down here and then maybe come up for a retest and come down further, or maybe go sideways and eventually go up. Ichimoku Cloud is still a little thin. It's got a scenario where I could see this happening, where it could get a little sideways and up at least. But that'll be an area to watch. 128. I want it down here to buy. So hope I don't make you mad, but I'm cheerleading for it to come down here because I want it. I wasn't smart enough to get in when it was down here making this inverted head and shoulders. Can't catch them all, man. Gosh, I've tried though. But you can't. Render to $10. The chart. I'm pretty sure that it can. With the when was this? This was if it does good, I mean, anywhere from 11 to 14 there, 11, about 12 and a half, maybe 14. Definitely 4.5 and 5 in the picture. Those would be the first areas I would target to try to flip my bags or boom bag it or something, you know, and to get my money out so it's free and clear. It's been easier said than done with these altcoin prices, though. But yeah, I think it's possible for Render to get $10 on the chart. See how many. I forgot how many coins it has. Oh, definitely. Maximum supply is 500 million. Market cap's here. And for what it's being used for and everything, yeah, I'm looking for more than $10. Yeah, I don't think this is one. I started looking into this one as a long-term hold for a big return, actually. And what was this? You said it's all-time high. It was 878 here. Man, I think it can 10x its all-time high, to be honest with you. If it's got a solid use case, if it's practical, then I think it could reach bigger numbers than that. So if a 1 billion coin like Chainlink can get up to $50 somewhere through there, 500 million, that's going to make a serious contribution to the ecosystem or to blockchains, to Web3. Maybe $50 to $80. That's me pure speculation. But you never know, man. If it's got a really good purpose, the money will come. So my little baby ORAIChain is it's on sale again right now. I've been trying to snag more. I want to buy more of this, and it's at such a good price, but I bought so much of other stuff. Like I said, leveraging my Bitcoin and everything. It let me get a little bit, but nothing major. I mean, I think I've got a bag I can be satisfied with, but I really wanted to snag up more at some of these lower prices that we might get to. We're on the weekly there. So it is in our buy zone, which I think we lowered down anyway. But the idea is that it may double bottom here, may ride this trend line down and catch a bottom. But I'm also looking at those original targets that it didn't hit on its first run. Oh man, if it gets below $2, that $1.65 target might be I would love to snatch them up. So hopefully I can finagle things around where I can also, when it gets there, maybe snatch a good bag out of it. So I was going to say that the only drawback of using that strategy that I use with the cross margin was that you have to go with the ones that are available for cross margin on 10x, but that's not true. You can actually, if your debt ratio is low enough, you can actually pull out the pull out a stablecoin, borrow a stablecoin, and pull it out, and then buy whatever you want at spot. So that just opened things up a lot more. I like that. Oh, so I was able to get a little bit more ORAIChain. Looks like some more orders hit. Okay, that's cool, because I'm just taking that over and putting it on DeFi. Letting it work for me, and man, interest rate over there's good, man. Even staking, if you just stake it, it's really good. So about time, I want to look at NXRA Nexera. I haven't bought any of it. What I have is what was given to me when Alliance Blockchain went down, and I think I had some crazy order, got hit a decent price, but decently cool with my bag on that. Where's a good place? Let's just go with trading. I'm on the wrong one. So, Tether. It's a crazy looking chart, ain't it? Okay, let's trying to think if there might be someplace that had more history, but it was a new coin after they did Alliance Blocks. They should have new tokens, so they'd all start from that same point. So we followed it from that channel, and sure enough, those channels break to the downside. And your basic measured move has still yet to be hit, and that's down at just a little over 4 cents. Maybe headed that way. Things are still kind of bearish here on the daily, but there's that falling wedge technically. Little bit of like it might be trying to round out a little bit, maybe, or it could just be a straight line. Let's just go a straight line for right now. Let's definitely just go a straight line. So it looks like it's in the following channel, which is bullish. One of my favorite places to start buy again. From that move, it hit a 618. For this move, it has not yet hit, and that would be around 3.7 cents. Good, coming to the picture. Let's hope not. Because usually when these break to the downside, it's fast, hard, and not pretty. That could also take us to that area if it does happen. Signs are looking good on the daily though. MACD's looking good. RSI's looking good. Got a little bit of bullish divergence there, so that's cool. So this one should be headed up to the top of the channel. Bullish. Oh, come on. Just make it pretty. So RSI is going to the upside. Price action is coming to the downside. Should mean a reversal. Usually that means a trend reversal. Hidden bullish divergence usually means just going to maybe at the top of the trend line. But nonetheless, should get up here and maybe go for that breakout. That'd be cool. Just got to see a little bit more work out of it. 4 hour doesn't look as juicy though. 4 hours getting a little tired. But I don't think it's going to go down too much though. It's like it may hang sideways, flag out, and then shoot back up. So I like that. That would have been a great place to pick some up though. Down here at this bottom if we get back down there. Volume indicator disappeared. Did it come back? I think it came back. It's got some nice volume. I picked up some ORDI, but not very much. But when it started getting around $5, I thought I'd nibble a little bit at it. There were some coins that I kind of went heavier on, and there's some I just nibbled just here and there, just adding to those little bags I've got. So most of my portfolio is long-term holds and trying to get in some good ones and get some good-sized positions so I can moonbag them. Because I noticed last time I was moonbagging, I was like, man, I should have bought a lot more of that. So I'm trying to do that on key ones. I got a few trades, but you know, it's just not the greatest trading weather at the moment. And got a few long-term positions, spot margin, isolated and cross. Notice that my AGIX bag is getting to be a decent one, a bigger one. V-Chain, I've collected a little bit more of that at these awesome prices. Kadena, with it being at 50 cents, yeah. So Kadena is a proof of work chain, and they also have They must have a layer 2 or something. I'm not sure exactly how all that stuff works, but they do have DeFi for it. And so I've got some stuff out there. I got some Kadena that's been on Crypto.com forever because they don't actually have a way to get it off. So at these prices, I can't sell it and move it and buy it somewhere else. So it's just stuck there holding out unless I want to move it as an Ethereum token or something crazy. No, it doesn't have a way to get off at all. And usually if it's an ERC token on the exchange, I'll leave them there because I'm not paying all that gas fee stuff. I'm just drawing lines right now. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm sitting here drawing flags for no reason. So Kadena's not in a good spot, and it could definitely come down further, looks like, but at 51 cents. Oh man, but I swear if you come down here, I want to slap you. I want to buy you. I'm going to slap you. Because that's a drop right there if it comes down to the bottom of this channel. And it could. It's got no support, man. And then it's got to get above these levels at 81 cents. It's going to have a hard time there. But there's a good 2 to 3x potential though. There is also that good 60% drop to the downside. Jeez. I don't want to ride this stuff to the downside. So that's the sucky part when you put things into DeFi, you know, you're kind of stuck with it. You just got to ride it out. So that's the sucky part of DeFi. Oh, that's not giving me much hope there. That giving me not much hope there. I mean, stochastics are down on the daily. MACD looks... it could do something. Might be some very, very slight... Not really even slight divergence. Barely to qualify. Oh, Kadena. Looks like it's coming down further. So how far will we go? How far will we go, Kadena? Are you going to come down to 618 me at 45 cents? Let's find out. We'll see how accurate some of these techniques are. That one's already at the 618. Maybe you've got a little bit of resistance here. Don't know if it would be strong enough to bounce you yet. But I'm looking at 44 cent Kadena. Just gotta let it be, man. SwiftCoin did that to me, yeah. You just gotta ride with it sometimes. I mean, it sucks. That's the sucky part of investing. But there is that one small window of one very special year when it's all worth it. If you sell. Fantom. I've been dipping back in the Fantom now since we're around the 20 cent area. We're really around the 25 cent area. I don't want to buy it that. But when it starts coming down to right around 20, 23, so when we took that wick, I started getting into it a little bit. Now we're at 25. So it's in a good area, I think, to pick it up. Actually, I think anywhere through this area is a good place to get Fantom. Because that's been a good place of support for a while. Even on back here in 2 years ago. So it'd be nice to see this make a big, W bottom. But it may just kind of flatline here for a little while. We'll get down to 17 cents. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Get me down there to 16 cents again. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Because I've got more Bitcoin sitting on the sideline to come in if we get another opportunity for me to even make bigger bags. This is one strategy I am going to keep. Stay heavy on Bitcoin because you can use it to your favor. But man, I don't ever want to lose it. Trigger says I'll have to flip burgers to the next run. I might beg to differ. I think the angels might smile upon you. You might make enough to be able to take it easy. A little easier anyway. You can definitely make life-changing money doing this, but man, the quick money is not as quick. But the getting in at the right part of the cycles and just finding those good projects and holding that, and trying to moonbag everything you can, get your capital back out, moonbag it again. And the trading is cool, and even the leverage trading and all that. But I'm telling you don't get 100x'er by I'm about to say, you don't get 100x'er by trading, but I mean, technically, if you go crazy with the leverage and stuff, I mean, you can definitely get some good returns. But most of the people in crypto that have just really transformed their lives have done it just by holding a good project for buying it on those lows, man. Buying it at the right time in the market, man. I didn't think we would get back to this type of point of the market for altcoins. But man, we're in a good spot for a lot of them, and it may get even better. Strike says 1000x. Right. Anything else? I've nibbled out a bunch, but the little ones, just a few little nibbles, but that was the majority of what I actually got over the past few days. So, did we look at I&J? I finally got a decent bag of I&J. Somehow I think we looked at this earlier. But I mean, I could even get, when I&J is somewhere around $5, I'm pretty cool with getting a little bit here and there. Comes back down to 3. That's what I would love to see, man. May not do it. It may get stuck here at 5. Because this thing's been bullish, man. It's been hard for me to accumulate this, so I've had to cave in and nibble a little bit more and more at these higher prices, but I would rather get it back here at this previous area at 3. And I've just got it out there staking now. I finally just moved it today and put it to work for me. I like that. I like the chart. I like this rounding going on right here. 375. I like that number. That's a good area right there. So I have been buying, have nibbled, but I'm doing it with the awareness that price can still come down, and I do have a plan in mind in case that happens. But if that doesn't happen, and say we just start going sideways, pouring sideways, and then gradually going up, I'm in a much better spot on some of the projects that I wanted to be in heavier, and just trying to weed out of some of the other ones. Decred was I'm glad I finally got a chance to get that at a decent price. Because I've seen what that could do before. Got a little taste of it before, and I'm kind of addicted now. Kava's a no. Kava's kind of slow, isn't it? Back in 2020, I played around with it a little bit, but it moved so slow, it bored me, and I had to get out. And it just seems like it's... Binance has the best. But I mean, I don't know I haven't kept up with them. I don't know what they're doing. Or any development. Yeah, right over here, I guess, is when I was... Yeah, it's probably when I was charting it. Just... I don't know. September, yeah, that had been. So now we're back at those levels, or below those levels even. It seemed just like it got up to $3 and it just stayed $3 forever. And it must be, where was that? Must have been all through here. But looking at the chart, that's not bad though. It got up to 9. No, really, I think it's just it just feels real slow. Just feels like it takes forever. Some of them do. Some of them just feel that way. Lost that. Whew. That'd be brutal to go down to 22 cents. Hasn't been there since the COVID experience. Man, it looked like it would hold $1.33 in that area. That's been a really good point of support. So that's going to be a bitch to get above. And so currently we're at this. Okay, here's a SR area at 61 cents, and it got down as low as what, 55 at the beginning of the year. So we may, it looks like we're definitely have a good shot coming back down to 60 cent area. Oh God forbid 22. There is some confluence there on the 22. At 22 cents. I'm just letting you know. Don't know if it's going to go there, hit that market or not, but there's weekly support. Last bottom, it's a 272. Just make a note of it. So now this is the weekly. This is what the date is. Well, let me look at one more indicator here on the weekly. Weekly got a red dot. That's not great. But this zone here seems to be holding pretty well, right? 78 cent level. Those moving averages, man. Got a kamikaze dive here on this 9, and that 21's falling right behind it. But I do like how these three are just right on top of each other, just going steady sideways. So this may be the lower area at 61. That may be as low as it goes. Let's go ahead and mark 51 because that was technically a bottom over here in January. Maybe this zone, maybe not. Is that valid? Does that work? That kind of also gives some confidence about this area. I think with Kava, somewhere around here about 56 to 66 cents. Even down to 51 cents. Maybe. Set a megaphone pattern. This is not a bad one though. This one can break to the upside. Just gotta reclaim this 200 at some point. So gotta let this 9 kind of come down and tire this out. But with these 3 moving averages going sideways like that, and they're still in order the way they need to be bullish, it may not be a bad drop. It may just come back down to where this wick was, 66, 67 cent area, and then maybe go back up to the top of the pattern. Striker says, yeah, I know that feeling. I've been waiting for a while now on Luna C. Oh gosh. Luna C, I don't know if there's any hope for that coin or not. Unfortunately, I still got the original Luna C I had, which is worth hardly anything. Good gosh. Man, I missed biting that bullet. Because I had a game plan. I was actually going to go in the UST. I was going to go pretty hard into that. And I was going to put it against Luna in a pool. Man, thank you, Jesus. That did not happen. There was a delay in the transfer of funds, and I switched gears. But that was the game plan. Man, I would be, oh gosh. That would make me cry. Striga says, I got both. Chef says, Luna C's going to pump. Binance, I think they're still burning it, right? I mean, that's kind of cool that they've taken that niche. I think some other exchanges were doing that too. I just don't know, get any builders over on there to do anything? Is it just going to be a ghost chain? Well, it's got a breakout. Support resistance flip there on the daily. Looks promising. It's got a green dot here on the market cipher. Things heading up. Green just passed the 50. Yeah, it looks like it's getting ready to do something. Where are you trying to go? You're gonna see. Oh, looky there. They hit those levels. 414, 127. So good shot to at least come back up here, right? How much of a gain is that? It's not bad, 70%. Especially if Chef puts 100x leverage on it. It makes some big bank. Chef said, I sold 109 quant to go all in on Terra. Ooh. Hey, that's a good bag of quant. Was that when quant was up at its $500 mark? Woo, man. I am trying to get a decent bag of quant. Working on it. I did have one, but I had to change my strategy because it kept going down. That made me sad. I haven't got back to those levels yet. But yeah, that actually looks promising for Luna C. Looks like it might do something here. 4 hours, it's just doing what it does. Just retesting these areas, man. It looks good. Moving averages look awesome. Getting that 21's getting ready to pop up there. Might make the trigger wave. That's a Crypto Faces thing, and they do work, man. Makes a little green dot here on a little spike. Oh. That seriously is a good pattern on VMC. Shoot, send you up. And it looks like it might be trying to do that. Oh, Chef says right before the crash, sold it in November, I guess. Yeah, $95 quant. Missed that $40 quant. I could just, got a couple. I got a few at that price. I didn't build a big bag because I was stupid. I don't know. I can't remember what was keeping me from doing it. I think I was able to moonbag some of it, so I've got that sitting on a different wallet. Man, I'd like to see that opportunity again. $45 quant, hell yeah. All right, guys, I think I want to wrap it up. Call it a stream, but I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with me. Listening to me rant, listening to me rave. And this lady's a happy lady today, Miss Pelosi. I gotta find another picture. Still, we're just out here trying to find a nice bottom to buy. I'm telling you, this one sitting on LUNC looks like a really nice bottom to get into. I don't know, for what it's worth. You guys have a good night, man. I appreciate every one of you for being here. And I'll see you on the next one.